Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're taking you courtside, virtually courtside, to Arthur Ashe Stadium. Think bright lights, New York night, September 1st, 2025.
That electric Grand Slam atmosphere.
Exactly. And we saw something pretty special unfold. We're diving deep into Jannik Sinner's, frankly, dominant 6-1, 6-1, 6-1 win over Alexander Bublik at the U.S. Open.
Yeah, it wasn't just a win, was it? It felt like a real statement piece. Secured his quarterfinal spot, but it sent ripples.
Right. And our mission here isn't just, reading out the scores. We want to peel back the layers on this match specifically, understand the why and the how.
What made Sinner just so incredibly precise that night?
Yeah, and how did the clash of styles, Sinner's precision versus Bublik's flair, how did that play out? And what does it tell us about, where tennis is heading?
So we're really digging into the mechanics of mastery here.
Exactly. Let's get into it.
And what a place to do it. The U.S. Open. It's not just another tournament, is it? It's the grand finale of a major season, Flushing Meadows.
High energy, that New York buzz.
Totally. Celebrity sightings, those late-night matches under the lights, and the hard courts themselves, they really reward that aggressive baseline game. It's grueling.
It tests everything, athleticism, strategy.
And mental toughness, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
This was fourth round. Sinner walks in as world #1 defending champ. The pressure must have been immense.
You felt it. Every point felt heavy,
Right.
Millions watching. So this wasn't just about getting through the round.
No, it was about reinforcing his dominance, especially on this surface, showing everyone why he's #1.
That's a key point. His status. It's more than just the ranking, isn't it? It's what his game is. And you think about that phrase, the one Bublik used later.
AI-generated player.
Yeah. Even before Bublik said it, you kind of felt it. It just captures him perfectly. He's 24, from Italy, moves like a gazelle despite being 6'2".
The grace is deceptive, given the power.
Totally. That huge forehand, the rock-solid backhand, and maybe his biggest weapon, that mental strength.
Unflappable, mostly.
And his 2025 record coming in was, 35-4? That's just insane consistency. It almost feels, like you said, engineered.
Engineered is a good word.
Yeah.
And the contrast with Bublik couldn't be more dramatic.
Right. Alexander Bublik, 23rd seed, tennis's entertainer.
Absolutely. So unorthodox, unpredictable, massive serves, then maybe a drop shot, maybe an underarm serve.
And that personality, part charm, part chaos.
Exactly. And let's not forget, Bublik wasn't just showing up. He was on an 11-match winning streak. 3 titles in 2025 already.
Which makes Sinner's performance even more staggering. He didn't just beat Bublik, he dismantled a guy who was playing incredibly well.
He completely neutralized him. And that started, right from the coin toss.
Yeah, that was interesting. Sinner wins the toss and chooses to receive.
Which isn't always the standard play, especially for top guys.
Especially against a big server like Bublik, who hadn't dropped serve at all in the tournament. 55 straight holds?
Mind-boggling number. Just incredible serving form.
And then Sinner steps up first game, breaks him at love. Bublik doesn't win a single point on his own serve.
Bang! Just like that, you could almost feel the air go out of the stadium for a second. Sinner's returns, those forehands ripping past.
It set the tone immediately, utter dominance. It wasn't just a break, it was like a psychological blow right from the start.
Absolutely. I'm taking away your biggest weapon right now.
Yeah.
That was the message.
And that first set, it just unfolded like clockwork for Sinner.
Like a script he'd written himself. He broke Bublik 3 times in that set alone.
How did he do it? Just relentless pressure.
Pretty much. Mix up those deep, penetrating returns with ground strokes that just pinned Bublik back, kept him constantly scrambling.
And Bublik tried his usual stuff, the flair.
Oh, yeah. He tried drop shots. I think he even went for a double underarm serve at one point.
Did it work?
Not really. Ended up as a double fault, actually. Nothing was sticking. Sinner's movement was too good. His shots too heavy, too consistent.
Wow. So 6-1, how long did that take?
Just 23 minutes. Blistering pace. Minimal errors from Sinner, just forcing Bublik into uncomfortable spots.
You'd think, okay, second set, Bublik finds a way back in. He's got that personality, that ability to change things up.
He did manage an early hold, got a bit of a cheer, but Sinner's pressure, it was just constant, suffocating, really.
Like a boa constrictor.
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't flashy, just relentless.
Yeah.
And the errors started creeping into Bublik's game. Double faults at bad times.
Signs of the pressure mounting.
Definitely. Sinner just kept breaking them.
Yeah.
Another 6-1 set. And get this, by the end of the second set, Sinner had broken Bublik's serve 8 times.
8 times in 2 sets against a server like that. That's extraordinary.
It really highlights Sinner's returning ability,
Mhm.
turning defense straight into offense.
So the third set, more of the same. Or did Bublik find anything?
Pretty much more of the same. Bublik got one hold on the board, and he actually flashed this little wry smile, almost like acknowledging, okay, you got me.
A moment of resignation.
Yeah, a bit of that human touch amidst Sinner's, well, machine-like performance. But Sinner just maintained that iron grip, broke him again to seal it.
And the whole match was over in
Under an hour and a half, which, when you think about it, was the second shortest completed men's match of the tournament up to that point.
That's just clinical. Absolutely clinical.
No wasted energy, no drama allowed, just business done efficiently.
And the stats really back that up, don't they? What were the final numbers?
They paint a pretty stark picture. Sinner won 86 points total, Bublik only 46, nearly double.
Wow.
Sinner converted 8 break points, only faced 1 himself, which he saved. And then Bublik's 13 double faults. That's just giving away points.
13 double faults. That really tells you about the pressure Sinner was applying, mentally and physically.
Absolutely. Which brings us back to that moment at the net. Bublik leans in, bit of humor.
And calls him the AI-generated player.
Exactly. And it wasn't just a throwaway line, was it? It felt like it perfectly captured what everyone had just witnessed.
So what does that AI quality really mean in tennis terms?
I think it points to that laser focus, the pinpoint returns, the relentless baseline game, incredible movement, sure, but also the consistency, the heavy shots that land deep time after time.
And crucially, the minimal errors. It's like the unforced errors are programmed out.
Almost. It's like a machine built purely for winning tennis matches, stripping away that human variability, that tendency for even top players to have dips.
It's a fascinating evolution where that relentless consistency becomes almost an offensive weapon in itself.
For sure. And the contrast with Bublik just highlights it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Bublik with his flashes of brilliance, but also the errors, the flair, the trick shots, the very human frustration and humor.
He reminds you it's still a human game, even when faced with Sinner's precision.
But it does raise a question, doesn't it? Does Bublik's showmanship sometimes work against him? Especially against someone as focused as Sinner.
That's the constant debate with players like him. He thrives on disruption, on the unexpected. But Sinner's rhythm is just so solid, so ingrained.
That the disruptions just bounce off him, or even backfire as errors for Bublik.
Pretty much. It speaks volumes about Sinner's mental game, his focus.
And speaking of his game, his rise has been just incredible to watch.
Meteoric is the word. Bursts onto the scene as a teen, game already looking so complete. First slam, Aussie Open 2024, another in 2025.
And defending this U.S. Open title from last year, that's 3 majors in 2 years. That's legendary pace.
It really is. He's not just a contender anymore. He's establishing an era, potentially.
And what stands out is that mental strength. Combined with the constant improvement, he seems so grounded.
Very understated off the court. Always talking about the process, the work. Credits his team, Darren Cahill, Simone Vagnazzi.
They've clearly built something special there. It's not just talent, it's applied intelligence.
Definitely. And his dominance on hard courts is particularly noteworthy.
Right, we saw that loss to Bublik earlier in the year at Halle, but that was on grass.
Yeah, grass is different, skiddier, lower bounce, less predictable. Hard courts, though, that predictable bounce lets him really dictate.
Step in, flatten out those powerful strokes.
Exactly. And that 25-match win streak at majors on hard courts, that ties him with McEnroe and Connors. That's serious company.
He's really found his perfect surface.
It seems so.
But let's not completely dismiss Bublik here. He brings something unique, right? The entertainer role.
Oh, absolutely. He's fun to watch, brings personality. Even in defeat, he had that moment of humor at the net. The sport needs characters like him.
It adds color, but that style, it's high risk, high reward.
It's definitely a double-edged sword. When it works, like during that 11-match streak or hitting 22 aces like he did in the previous round, it's brilliant.
But against Sinner's wall-like consistency.
The errors pile up. Those 13 double faults are Exhibit A. The risk outweighs the reward under that kind of pressure.
And there was another factor you mentioned, fatigue.
Right. Sinner mentioned it post-match. Bublik had played a really tough 5-setter against Tommy Paul just 2 nights before. Finished late.
That has to take a toll.
For sure. And Sinner, being the strategist he is, likely knew that. His game plan, moving Bublik side to side, extending rallies.
Probably designed to test Bublik's legs and endurance.
Exactly. It's not just about hitting winners. It's about smart tactics, exploiting potential weaknesses, Another layer to Sinner's game.
This match also fits into a really exciting bigger picture, doesn't it? The rise of Italian tennis.
Absolutely. Because Sinner's next opponent is Lorenzo Musetti, another Italian, the 10th seed.
And that sets up the first all-Italian men's quarterfinal at a Slam in the Open era.
That's right. History being made. Musetti's a fantastic player, too. 23, beautiful one-handed backhand, made the Wimbledon semis this year.
So it's not just Sinner carrying the flag. There's real depth there now.
A golden era for Italian men's tennis, for sure.
And zooming out even further, the whole ATP landscape feels like it's shifting.
It really does. Federer's retired. Nadal's been sidelined. A new generation is stepping up. Sinner and Carlos Alcaraz are clearly leading that charge.
Alcaraz, only 22 himself, and their rivalry is already shaping up to be something special. Alcaraz beat Sinner 3 times this year already.
Yeah, it's developing into potentially the defining rivalry for the next decade. Though, you can never count out Djokovic.
Never. Still there at 38, still chasing history. It's a great mix right now. Established legend, exciting new champions.
Makes for compelling viewing.
So looking ahead, Sinner versus Musetti in the quarters. That sounds intriguing.
It really does. Sinner's power and precision against Musetti's artistry and flair should be fascinating.
And beyond that, potential semis against maybe Diminar or Auger-Aliassime.
Possible. And then the dream final, perhaps against Alcaraz again or Djokovic.
The path looks good for Sinner, but it's tennis. Anything can happen.
That's the beauty of it. Unpredictability is always lurking.
So, stepping back from the X's and O's for a moment, what are the big takeaways from a deep dive like this? From watching Sinner's AI performance against Bublik's humanity?
Well, beyond the scores, I think it shows us resilience, doesn't it? And strategy. Sinner faced a huge server on a hot streak and just systematically dismantled him. That takes planning and execution under pressure.
Grace under pressure, definitely. Turning a potential threat into a demonstration of strength.
And it highlights that relentless consistency. Sometimes the best offense is just refusing to make a mistake, forcing your opponent to break down.
While Bublik's humor, even when losing badly, reminds us of the human element that draws us in.
Exactly. That mix of fierce competition and those little moments of personality, camaraderie, that's what makes fans connect.
It does leave you wondering, though, doesn't it? As the game gets more powerful, more precise, more AI-generated, as Bublik put it, what happens to the entertainers?
It's a great question for the sport's future. How do you balance that quest for machine-like perfection with the human flair, the unpredictability that makes it so watchable?
What's the next step for Sinner? Can he get even better? And how will that rivalry with Alcaraz push both of them?
Those are the storylines we'll be following. The evolution of these players, these rivalries. It's going to shape tennis for years.
Absolutely. Sinner's win over Bublik felt like more than just one match. It felt significant. A showcase of where the game might be heading.
A defining moment, for sure.
So definitely keep watching the US Open. The drama is far from over. And keep diving deep with us for more insights.
Looking forward to it.